What's up everybody? It's Patrice the Fashionista here and welcome back to my channel. 皆さんこんにちは、パトリスです。このチャンネルでは言語と旅行とスタイルなどの動画を作っております。Today's video is about my journey learning Japanese. It has been a long journey. I'm still not fluent, but I'm trying. I'm doing my best. So if you see me say something that is incorrect, don't judge me harshly. Give me some grace and correct me. I'm always up for correction. あまり12年間日本語の勉強ことがある。日本語話しにくいがわかりやすい。It is a very challenging language, might I add. Because I started studying Japanese around the time I was in high school, beginning high school, and I've always found that in America, like schools, they don't teach Japanese. You have to pretty much learn on your own, fend for yourself. Most of my Japanese learning has been by myself. 独学学びました. I took on the challenge of becoming fluent in Japanese, and I can tell you that it has been a challenge. I am on year over 12, and it's been, I feel like I haven't made it very far, but I am being very aggressive now with my studies. So I'm going to tell you kind of how I have been doing it on my own, and hopefully I can find a community of some other Japanese speakers on a regular basis so that I can reach this goal of fluency. So I would love for this video to be bilingual, but I'm just not that great at speaking. I understand much better than I speak, so I'm gonna do my best to incorporate some Japanese in this video as well. But starting off, I started learning Japanese. I listened to music a lot in my learning. Utada Hikaru is one of my favorite artists. She was born and raised in New York. She sings in both English and in Japanese, but I favor her Japanese songs just because it's helped me learn the pronunciation of words as well as vocabulary. So I listen to her a lot. I also watched Japanese television shows, and one of my newest discoveries is Terrace House. Terrace House wo mitai. I love Terrace House. So I've been binge watching that on Netflix and learning a whole lot about just conversational, colloquial Japanese, and it has helped me tremendously. So yes, listening to music and watching television shows has been one of my main ways of learning Japanese. 日本に2回行きました. It was everything, those two experiences. Yes, I've gone to Japan twice. The second time I went to different meetup groups just to practice my speaking with other English Japanese speakers and also help Japanese speakers learn English, which was amazing. It was so amazing. So this picture here is of one of my times that I was in Japan. So yes, I've been twice, and I'm actually planning my next trip or move. Who knows? I might end up going across the ocean, guys. I might do it. I am considering. I am gonna tell you, if you're interested in learning Japanese as a language, do not do what I did. And what I did, I think the biggest mistake that I made for myself was when I was learning verbs, I learned the te imasu form or the imasu form. So tabete imasu or tabemasu, instead of learning the root form of the verb, which would just be taberu. So I had to almost go back and relearn all of my verbs because I didn't know if they were ru ending verbs. I didn't know, it's really important to know the verb ending, and because I learned the te imasu ending, I was thinking that was the root for the verb. So don't make the same mistake that I made when it comes to learning verbs, because that's probably where my biggest setback has been. I have a strong vocabulary, but when it comes to verbs and verb conjugation, I struggle pretty hard. So I'm reworking my brain for that. One other thing that is super important that I mention about my Japanese language practice is 週3回日本にいる私の友達と話します。This is where I'm staying. OMG. By the way, I'm with Megumi. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm trying to contain it. Here she is. Hi. 友達ために神様に感謝. I don't know what I would do without my friend Megumi. I am so grateful for her. She has helped me so much in this journey as well. I remember when I first met her, I was so weird because I wanted to be her friend so bad. And I remember I was like, oh my God, you play piano? Me too. Like we should play piano together. Because I wanted to hang out with her. So yes, and luckily she stuck around. She didn't get weirded out by me. So I am so grateful for her. So yes, that's also, find you a Japanese friend who's a real one, okay? Because they're not easy to find. I have learned. They're hard to find. I put sticky notes of Japanese words, including the kanji, all over my home. And that is a way to I find myself constantly thinking about the Japanese term for something like dishwasher or sink. So that's been something that's been a great learning tip as well. One of the times I was in Japan, I found a bookstore in Shibuya, and they had these books here about writing. Now that's probably my weakest point. Speaking and writing are the two things I need the most practice in. These books here are N5 through N1 level kanji. My favorite thing about these books is that they are solely in Japanese. So that is something that I love because it forces me to have to not use my English. Each day, well, there's at least 2 or 3 days a week that I focus primarily on my level of English to Japanese listening ratio. So some days I'll make it 100% Japanese day where I only listen to Japanese music, I only watch Japanese television, and then I have other days where I'll do like 30-70. It's really tough in living in a nation where English is the primary language and Japanese is nowhere. There's so many challenges to learning a language on your own, but it can be done, and I will continue making these videos and you will see this journey, how it unfolds. Hopefully you learned something new watching my video today. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope to see you again in my video next week. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss out. We've got tons of things to cover on this channel, as well as go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more of them, let me know. If you have any recommendations on language learning or places I can go to speak or practice my Japanese, that would be fantastic as well. I am always appreciative of osusume. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a great week, and 来週会いましょう. Bye bye.
Guys, I gotta tell you, that last take was even better than the first.
伝える旅行と言語。このチャンネルでは伝えるファッション。What the heck is my channel about? 皆さんこんにちは、パトリスです。このチャンネルではSo frustrating. こんにちは、皆さん、パトリスです。